Dabbing in, what's up, Root Crew? Blockchain T squared in the house. Let's go. Sorry for the time crunch, guys. We were smashing it, trying to get it all up and ready for you guys. I got lots of news stories for you, coins to check out. Why is Bitcoin pumping? We shall see what we have going on. Guys, please smash that golden like button. Smash it good. Smash it good. Not down, but up preferably. Get that all out of the way. We also got this bell right here. We got a ring-a-ding-ding, because, hey, YouTube has the greatest algorithm on the planet, and we need to ask for subscribers because that's how the greatest YouTube algorithm ever works, and that's the only way you can grow. So it's the greatest thing ever. You know, it really humbles you to actually have to ask it, but we're trying to break the algorithm. So, you know, we're just trying to grow and do our thing, and we really appreciate it. It helps us develop and grow at our skill. So guys, we have a couple different articles we're going to cover today. We got the weekly close, and I have this coin that somebody talked to me about, and I want to take a peek at it and tell you guys. Maybe it's a hidden gem, maybe it's not, I don't know. So we're going to kind of take a peek at it. Also today in the brew, I got straight out of Portland. There you go, straight out of Portland. And it says it's a tropical, bright, juicy, 60% IBU, 7.3% alcohol volume, 12-ounce can. Doesn't really have anything besides that on the can, but hey, we're going to try it out, and we're going to have a good weekly close. So here it goes. A MSR or whatever. Whoa. Popped and went onto my keyboard. That's what that did. I'll pour it for you guys so you can see the head. Woo-wee. Check it out, man. Get it all up in that mug. Getting tasty. There we go. There we go. Right to the broom. Look at that. One of my better ones. Trent always says 2 inches. You have a little bit more 2 inches. Trent, I hope you're watching because that was one of my best pours ever. Usually I get about 6 inches of straight head. Non-gay joke, but it's okay. We're taking it serious here. We are taking ourselves serious. Serious, not serious. All right, what's up, Leo? My brother from Canada. Hey man, 2 inches is all I got. It's a grower, not a shower, brother. Tastes great on the palate. Straight out of Portland. The 2 inches of head. Yeah. Secondary flavor is going to take a second for me to get used to. All right, we got 6 minutes till Bitcoin closes, guys. I have it open on the chart. While we wait for the 6 more minutes, we're going to run through our articles today. I'm going to close that screen. Also, I have my TV going on in the background. I'm going to turn that down real fast. There you go. So you guys don't have to hear it. Yeah. Mr. Leo is over there playing Apex. Kicking ass and taking names, man. I had to leave him for a short time. I had to leave him. It was a sacrifice. It's a love relationship. You got your homies. All right, so Bitcoin's pumping. Why is it pumping? This is why. Donald J. Trump. I received a call today from Ursula von der Leyen, the president of the European Commission, requesting an extension on June 1st deadline on the 50% tariff. With the respect to trade and the European Union, I agreed to this extension until July 9th, 2025. It was my privilege to do so. The Commission President said talks will begin rapidly. Thank you for attention to this matter. And then Ursula von der Leyen, I hope I pronounced that correct. Good call with POTUS. The EU and the US share the world's most consequential and close trade relationship. European is ready to advance talks. You know, a little bit of threatening, it goes a long ways, guys. So, isn't that funny how that works out? So, Bitcoin was pumping, like we said yesterday. Sometimes it just takes a tweet, and we start moving. So, that was pretty good for the whole markets, and we'll see where we land on the weekly. We still have 5 more minutes, so one article down. That's my next one. Oh my gosh, I just closed out the wrong article. Oh my lord, you guys are going to be super upset at me. All right, back up. Yeah, wait. Come back. That we can we can multitask and operate on several different parameters. We'll close this window down. All right, I got my article already pulled up, guys. So we're back where we started. Now we got Bitcoin pumping at 109, 109.68. We're on the 5-second chart. This is beautiful. We're gonna have to take a look at where we're at in the close. Goes, hey guys, how you like my beer mug? Here we go, guys. There we go. Respect, man. We gotta respect America. Okay, we go to the weekly. We're expanding on the weekly. Give it a clear evidente. We're not on Heikenshi. These are regular. Is this Heikenshi? Oh, look at that. It is Heikenshi. We had a good wick to 12,000. That's very nice. Very nice. Very nice. The previous close. It's actually kind of hard to read like this. The previous close on the candle was 106,635. So it looks like we're actually going to close in the positive and keep more growth, which is actually what we were expecting too when we talked about yesterday. Said this looks like the blue oscillator waves and market cipher B has more room to run. Though we didn't know how it was going to run. That's just what the chart showed us. And go figure that we have a tariff news an hour before we close. The 5-day says we were getting pretty putted out, but now we have that news. It gives us a nice little bump. We will still close green. 3-day we have a red candle, but not red candle. Pardon me, the red dot. And that might close on this news, so we'll see. We'll have to keep watching. We have 2 more minutes till we close. You guys want to watch it on the weekly candle, the day, the 1 minute candle or whatever. Here we go. In the daily chart, we're still VWAP's below the 0 line, but the green money flow is still thick. We lost a little bit of momentum, just a little bit. Maybe lost a little bit. It's almost like perfectly parallel to each other. It's actually really close. And we lost a little bit of momentum right here, though. That one we actually did. Hey yo, Queenie. That's on the daily. The 12-hour shows almost a plateau in the blue oscillator waves. Money flow is still slightly coming down. The VWAP is curving more upwards, especially off that news. That was a really good news sign. We like that, guys. We want to keep pumping. 4-hour, we just formed a green dot off that news. That's fantastic. VWAP above the 0 line, strength coming up, red coming up. How much time we got left to the weekly close? We got 43 seconds, guys. So what are you guys thinking? You think we're going to keep pumping this week, or you think this is going to be it? You think we're done for a couple of weeks, or you think we're going to keep going? This was a doji candle, still kind of is, but on that news, we went from a red candle to a green candle. So, hey, we'll take it. We like that type of news. Keep growing, guys. Keep growing. Growing, not showing. How much time we got left? 15 seconds. Awesome, man. Awesome. We drink to that tariff news. That was good stuff. We're going to count down. 3, 2, 1. Close. Candle close. Where are we at in the next candle? Watch a chunk. Watch the blue oscillator wave on the bottom. It's going to jump. Come on. Good time out. There we go. All right. You guys see that chunk? That chunky milk? We like that. Chunky milk. Cottage cheese, my favorite. I like putting it on tacos and green beans. Oh, yeah, I do. So, right. Let's take a look. The VWAP came down slightly. Still on the weekly. We are kind of almost parallel, top and bottom. So, it's not... It'd be more bullish if we had more upwards action, but we have not formed a red dot yet, so we still have more continuation. The green, we're not in the red money flowing out. We're still in the green, which is solid numbers. Solid numbers, guys, all the way around. The 5-day, we still, because of that news, we didn't make a red dot. We kept going, kept continuing. And when we get those parabolic breaks to the upsides, instead of having like a, if you look over here, I'm on regular candles. I just switched to Heiken candles. Instead of where we come over here and we like kind of plateaued, If we can continue and get our momentum up again, that would be huge, because that's how we get those massive continuations. Almost similar right here. We had those 4 or 5 candles in a row, and then we continued back up. We have the 4 or 5. Actually, we have like 8 candles right now, and we can continue right back up. That'd be great. Great. Look at the 3-day, man. The 3 days, this Bitcoin's been solid green on these candles. It's been beautiful. Absolutely beautiful is where we like to see. VWAP slightly below the 0 line. We're at -1. That's not too crazy. Not too crazy, guys. We actually might get we still might on the range of getting a close at 103 to fill our last CME gap. What's up, JG? What's crack-a-lackin', dog? Bitcoin pumping on that last little bit of news. You see that with Trump? Tariff? How's your Finese product, man? You freaking got that thing all dialed in yet? I want to take a look at it, dude. You've been teasing it for weeks. How's your Sunday? How's your week going? We made a golden cross right here on the 2-day. It's been solid. Any good trash finds lately? I did find something this week. What did I find? I brought on the show. I brought in some tennis rackets this week. This is one of them. I have them sitting right here. I haven't got rid of it yet. And I don't know if you can see this little piece of paper on the inside. Like I got 3 of them, and they've all been graded for like string type, the tension, and time of restringing. But somebody put a lot of money in there. I mean, why would you go get a tennis racket restrung if you know? No, I'll just go buy a new one. So somebody was taking their hobby pretty serious. That's my find, I think, for the week. And then I'm drinking straight out of Oregon IPA. Trying it out, but no, we've been building the business, and I've been handing out. I don't know if you've seen these yet. I got these business cards we've been handing out at all sorts of places, trying to help get publicity going, rolling for us. What's up, Daniel? What's crack-a-lackin', dog? What up, man? Who let the dogs out? We're gonna have to take a look at Gala for you. Can we trust this bounce? You know, I think that was a pretty good tariff news. I mean, you think Trump is what's the odds of Trump yanking those tariffs right away? You know, he's like, hey, I'll give you extension. Then tomorrow he's like, kill it. You know, I think that was pretty good. I don't know how he might come up more tariffs for somebody else, but I think that was a pretty good bounce. I do think we still could have some more downside. We have to kind of see how it plays out. We did form a golden cross right here, and it does look like there will be more continuation. Are we going to get a fake out? We might get a fake out because that's a lot of green in a row. A lot of green. The 2-day has a red dot. The 3-day has a red dot. 5-day is getting close to getting a red dot. We do not have one yet. The VWAP wave is coming down. We haven't crossed the 0. But the weekly still looks good. I like the weekly, how the weekly looks. So it's kind of telling me that we might get a fake out. We have to keep an eye on it as we look at smaller time frames, because I kind of keep all the weeks and the days together in one larger time frame. But it definitely could. We could have had the fake out right here, and then we keep pumping. And we keep pumping. I did say back on Tuesday last week, I thought 113 range was like our next top before we come back down and figure out where we land. It's also tricky too in the bull runs. If you looked at the last bull runs, we do get standard 30% corrections along the way in the bull run. So it's hard to not have fear when you see those giant pullbacks. Can we trust this bounce? I sure hope so. The VWAP on the 12-hour is at just below the 0 line. It's at -1. You can see right here. The blue waves have not flipped bullish yet. We still have the red dot as you see. We're not negative. We're at 39 versus 41. So if the light blue flips the dark blue, it would tell us we're getting more bullish. But if you come down here, yes, the light blue hasn't crossed it yet, but we're catching up to it. So there's a good potential on the 12-hour. The 4-hour, the VWAP is coming up still, which is great. The strength's coming up, and we have a green dot, so that is solid. I think we'll probably keep pumping till we get to about 111, 112. I think that's a realistic thing. Realistic goal. The 1 hour, we still haven't. The money flow has actually been coming in since. When did that news come out? I freaking closed the article out. Money's been coming in about 3 o'clock Pacific Northwestern time. The peak of the red as we kind of slowly go away. The VWAP is slightly coming down, but we're at 13. We have not crossed below the 0 line, so we will remain bullish. Strength coming up. saying that we're oversold. Blue oscillator waves are curving up. Fantastic. What are you talking about, Foo? I'm talking about how to make money, Leo. How to make money. You should be joining me more often. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Don't you guys think that Leo should get in crypto? He's from Canada. He's got the new Carney guy. New Carney fellow. We just were talking to a guy, Leo from Canada, Mr. John 316. He's a trucker out there. We do have a red dot on the 24-minute. It has not closed yet. We're at -1 on the 0 on the VWAP, but money flow is still coming in, so we have to wait and see. No divergence that stood out to me though, which is great. We will see if he's your brother. We shall see. We do have a CME gap that wants to be filled at 107 though. You guys can see the CME gap. Whoop, we shoot up. That's the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Those gaps are created because of whatever they do down there. I don't know this was how they work. I just know that was it. And also, Daniel, remember last night we were talking, I actually remember this from our work we did. I literally drew this pendant with a quick sharp down to the downside, but if you actually look at it, we were right here and we could have caught all this red to the downside. Remember that? Yeah, we didn't hit our target of 106,400, but I mean, how often does that actually happen? Do you hit your target? You know, we could have been watching it. We could have got the green dot, snake eyes. You could have taken a guess and said this could have been the bottom right here, especially if the strength starting to get oversold, because where the strength was at 16, anything below 20s, it started getting sketch. Check your DMs for sneak peeks of that, brother. I will be checking my DMs. Thank you, sir. I will be excited to take a look at it. Very excited, JG. I know you've been putting a lot of hard work into it, and I really appreciate that you giving us sneak peeks, because I'm pretty excited for this tool. Green, we were oversold. Aiming up. I'm just trying to see if anything that specifically stands out to me, you know. 6 minute, thick money flow. Yeah, we're at the 0 line, but I mean, that's a thick money flow, man, off that tariff news. All right, guys, before we go into further and get a show Danny all his gala, we're gonna take a look at gala for him. I want to finish reading my news articles for the day. That way I can kind of bing bong, or bounce around. What happened to my fight? Did I chicken out? No, I chickened in, man. I chickened in. You should try it sometime. News article. Here we go. Make sure it pulled up. At the stage. There we go. Strategy co-founder Michael Saylor signals impending Bitcoin purchase. Strategy co-founder Michael Saylor hinted at an impending Bitcoin purchase for posting Bitcoin. By posting Bitcoin at 108,000. Chart executive typically posts on Sundays to signal that the company will acquire more Bitcoin the following day when traditional finance markets open. I only buy when with money I can't afford to lose, Saylor wrote to his 4.3 million followers on the X post. According to the data from Saylor Tracker, the company holds a total of 576,230 Bitcoins, valued around $62 billion, and is up over 55% on its investments, representing an unrealized gains of $22 billion at the time of this writing. The company continues to be closely watched by investors as the proxy for Bitcoin and a barometer of institutional adoption of scarce digital asset. Next article, Pakistan allocates 2,000 MW power for Bitcoin mining and AI centers. Pakistan's allocated 2,000 megawatts of surplus electricity exclusively for Bitcoin mining and artificial intelligence centers. The move part of the broader digital transformation plans spearheaded by the Pakistan Crypto Council and backed by the Ministry of Finance. According to May 25th report by local news outlet 24 News HD TV channel, in the first place, the government plans to channel access power into AI infrastructure and crypto mining operations. Finance Minister Mohammed Awughazid said to the decision expected to attract billions in foreign investments while generating high-tech employment across the country. The initiator's second phase will introduce access to renewable energy for mining operations, aiming to balance growth with environmental responsibility. Cool. That's great. Secondly, thank you. Tell me how much should I invest in right now? You should invest what you're willing to lose, or how much you're willing to lose. Depends how much you want to make. You gotta find your risk versus reward, and you gotta find the time frame that best matches you. Thank you, Leo. Unless you want a specific asset, I will be more than willing to help you find something you want to allocate to, preferably like ETFs. I know Crypto.com has some beautiful ones where they do the research for you, and you just throw the money in it, and it even shows you the percentage it's up for the year. Crypto ETFs won't lose their luster as a wallet adoption grows, Kathy Wood. ARK Invest CEO Kathy Wood says crypto exchange traded funds ETFs will likely maintain their place in the economy no matter how big the crypto wallet adoption becomes over the next decade. I think ETFs are an important stepping stone because wallets seem to be complicated. So much friction for consumers, they just want to push a button, Wood said at the Solana Accelerant event in New York on May 23rd. I actually agree with that wholeheartedly. So ETFs, for those who want the convenience, I don't think won't lose a lot of their luster, she said, but they will be stepping stone into a wallet based. Bitbo data suggests that there are around 200 million active Bitcoin wallets worldwide. Worldwide. Meanwhile, the trading week ending May 23rd saw approximately 2.75 billion inflows into the US-based spot Bitcoin ETFs, coinciding with Bitcoin reaching a new all-time high of 111,970 on May 22nd. I actually have it peaked on my chart. Mexi, I think it is. No, Bitstamp at 112,000. What is this? Blockchain security firm released this Cetus hack post-mortem report. I'm actually kind of interested because we all know Sui was hacked, and we all know that Sui froze 60% of the criminals' funds and sent that money back to the consumers. And there's a lot of controversy about this. My theory behind it is they didn't handle it the best. Like if it was me and you wanted to remain under the lenses of decentralized, I think it would have been in their best interest to eat the hit and refund everybody's money out of their own pocket and said, hey guys, we patched it, we're paying everybody back. And I think that would have boosted the price versus we all know that there should be safeguards in place. At least that's my own perspective, that they froze the funds and then get a 40% loss on the stolen funds, and then people didn't like it as much because the decentralization was a lie. Now, the interesting about this whole factor is like, dude, this is the guys from Facebook. You think they believe in decentralization? Anyways, here we go back to our article. Blockchain security firm releases Cetus hack postpartum report. The Cetus hack saw around 223 million in user funds stolen, most of which has been frozen by Sui network validators and ecosystem partners. The blockchain security firm DBOD released a postpartum report on the Cetus decentralized exchange hack, identifying the root cause of that attacker as an exploit of the liquidity parameters used by Cetus automated market maker AMM, which went undetected by a code overflow check. According to the report, the hackers exploited a flaw in the most significant bits MSB check, allowing them to manipulate the values of liquidity parameters by ordering a magnitude of established relatively large positions with keystrokes. The DDoB security researchers wrote, this allowed them to add massive liquidity positions with just one unit of token input, subsequently draining pools collectively containing hundreds of millions of dollars worth of tokens. The incident and the post-mortem update reflect the unfortunate trend of cybersecurity exploits and hacks impacting crypto and Web3 industries. Executives in the industry have continually warned industry firms must establish safeguards and protect users before regulators clamp down and impose safeguards on the industry. The Cetus decentralized exchange hack triggering 223 million in losses on May 22nd. Cetus exchange was hacked, causing. Let me just read this. 163 million of 223 was frozen by validators. So they successfully stole 60 million. The decision to freeze the stolen funds drew mixed reaction from the crypto community, with decentralized advocates criticizing the validators for stepping in and controlling the chain. You know, it just surprises me on how fast they control the chain. Hey, Leo, you're being called out by JG. Yes, JG, I think I can answer your question. Yeah, I know him. I actually do know Leo. He's a good friend of mine. I was actually talking before the show. He is a hardcore believer in the new Canadian Prime Minister, Carney, and he is excited to see the future of what Carney is going to bring to Canadians. Wow. You should see this candle on the 5-second chart. It's pretty wild. Okay, so now this could be a hidden gem, JG, and anybody watching. You know, we always have to say we're not financial advisors, but we had a gentleman join us last night by the name of Donnie. And Donnie talked about this token called SXT. Now, XXT is a cryptocurrency called Space and Time. And when I found it on CoinMarketCap, it talked about its relationship to Microsoft. And I was hesitant to believe if it did, and I wanted to find the proof on Microsoft's actual account. And I think I actually found it. I didn't find out if it's ISO 222 compliant, but Microsoft, as their marketplace, Microsoft.com, Space and Time Data Warehouse, XXT, is the ticker. It says, Space and Time provides a blockchain indexing service of Ethereum, Polygon, BNB chain, Sui, Avalanche, and more chains being added all the time. Space and Time employs a novel cryptography called proof of SQL to reproduce verifiable tamper-proof result, allowing developers to join trustless on-chain and off-chain data in a simple SQL format and load the results directly to smart contracts. Space and Time revolutionized data with Web3, powering sub-second queries and enterprise-scale analytics, and the analytics in entirely tamper-proof and blockchain-anchored way. You can use Space and Time to connect indexes, on-chain data, and off-chain data. And it also transforms data with blazing fast SQL. Don't ask me what SQL is. It's like one of the first times I've actually seen it. Publish inquiries to APIs and beautiful dashboards. Send trustless data to smart contracts. Space and Time includes HTAP data warehouse, indexed blockchain data, OpenAI powered EU. So the really cool thing about this is that, you know, this is a very small, XXT is a very small cryptocurrency. Now, I think it ranges in the, you know, let's go look it up. I know you can get it on Coinbase. Let's go CMT right now. CMC. I guess it didn't want to. Well, let's hit search. See what pulls up. No, that didn't work. Oh, yeah, it did. Sweet. CMC. We're looking up SQ or XST. Search. Am I not in the right area? I thought CMC would pull it up. Huh. I'll have to do more steps then. CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap. Space and Time. There are a couple things. Oh, Leo, no one knows my name. No one knows my name. I'm supposed to be incognito. They call me T-Square on here. Where are we looking at? Space and Time. So granted, it's only like 3 weeks old, okay? It has a 5 billion token supply, 1.4 billion circulating. He was talking crap. Because he just found my YouTube channel for the first time. With Space and Time. Oh, I guess I can throw it up on the screen, huh? I'll just do that real fast. Share screen. share that. So this is space and time. We're looking at it in CoinMarketCap right here. It's worth 12 cents. Granted, it's sucker's only, 2-3 weeks old. Oh, dude. Yeah, I know, right, bro? What are you reading? SQL, API, MAPI. You caught me in a nerd bug. You, dude, I was talking to a gentleman named Donnie yesterday in the chat, and he told me to check out what I thought about XXT, which is the ticker for space and time. Now, I was like, I don't really know anything about it, and so I kind of went down a rabbit hole on the stream, and I wanted to get some more data. And in CoinMarketCap, if you go down, scroll down to the bottom, the descriptions, they claim to work with Microsoft-backed blockchain for ZK proven data. And I was like, okay, well, if that's really true, I want to go to Microsoft.com and be able to find it, which I did find that data on Microsoft, and they talked about it, and you can see in the, if you rewind it, and I was just talking to you guys on what XXT claimed to do. The market cap is 5 billion, 1.4 circulating. Market cap is 168 million, which might be really small compared to this, what this coin can do. I'm not sure if it's ISO compliant, but it's also only 20 days old. And the one thing I didn't like is the allocation is 28%. 28% goes to community rewards, which I'm fine with. But 22% goes to the team, which I'm like, how big is the team? Like, that seems like a lot of supply to go to the team. And then 25% goes to investors, which, I mean, okay, if you work at Microsoft, like, who are the investors? Why do they get 25%? Because that seems like abnormally large compared to what I normally see. And then we got almost 24% goes to ecosystem development, which I'm not opposed. I'd rather see more money go to ecosystem development. Maybe I would like to see a third wheel in this cog and had a little bit less go to the team and investors, but more to like a treasury. And then we got 71% locked with only 20% circulating, which is very similar to some other larger projects. I think Sui falls under that same category. But I can't find information on the unlocks. Unlock circulating supply. Need more. I don't know. This is a bunch of nerd stuff. I have to take the time to go screw around with that, but I don't see when the unlocks are. But this could be a hidden gem. It's relatively new. Or maybe this shows you the unlocks. I'm not quite sure. This must be the unlock schedule. I'll be fully unlocked by April 2029. Maybe that's what it is. They're slowly releasing it. Interesting. But Space and Time is a Microsoft-backed ZK proven data, so I don't know. Maybe throw it on your watch list. Do your own research on it. Check it out. Pretty interesting, though. Very cool. I would be careful. Microsoft does not need any partnership, especially from a crypto startup. They can put together a better crypto startup than them if they want. Seems like a trap. I thought so too, and maybe it is. I don't know. It's relatively new. It has a larger market cap than expected, but like I said, the token allocation of 25% into each coin was pretty interesting. But it did manage to get on Coinbase, which is also kind of interesting too, because don't you have to have, Coinbase does have some sketchy coins, but usually do some sort of background, almost like check to get on there. I'm throwing up the Bitcoin chart. You'd stay away? Yeah, maybe. I don't have any money right now to even throw in there. If I did, I might only throw like 10% of like the amount that I would get. If I get $1,000, I might put 100 in there, throw in the 900 into something else that I enjoyed. Man, look at that VWAP on the 4 hour though. It's like racing up with the green dot. I don't think Bitcoin is going to be stopped on the 4 hour. The 1 hour still shows like it wants to keep moving too. But it's coming in. red is leaving. VWAP still above the 0 line, saying that we're oversold. The waves are still going up. Strength still going up on the 1 hour. 24 minute looks like it could be a little bit spent, but we just made a golden cross right here. On the 24 minute, the 21 crossing the 50, and just about across the 80 day, and then might shoot through the 100. That's looking kind of nice. We just closed a 12 hour. We did close a 12 hour. Look at that. We had a doji candle, like a hard trap, saying that we should break down, and it literally reversed. That's really interesting. Isn't that interesting, guys? Yeah, I mean, I thought so too. It'd be pretty wild for them not to disclose that. And I did, if you saw it, I did go to their webpage and I seen it in Azure, them talking about it. I'm not too familiar with how everything else goes, but yeah, you know, maybe a trap, maybe not. I don't know. Risky. It's very new, very fresh. Doji candle, we got green. Come on, baby. Let's go to 113 this week. I love to see that 113, 116, make some money. Do some longs. Let's check out the Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance, dude, 64, bro. 64. 21. See if we can get up to, through the summer, get up to 69 before we crash. What's Ethereum doing? We really won't pay attention to ETH. ETH makes the alts pump. What am I looking at here? I'm trying to see if I see any divergence. I mean, you can clearly see it looks like we're running out of steam. But is it really? VWAP still slightly below the 0 line. I wish you were besides me when I decided to put money in a scam. I wish so too, man. I put lots of money in scams, unfortunately. There was a lot of learning curves when I didn't really have a whole lot of guidance when I first got into crypto, and that's how I ended up getting to where I got to. I'm meeting so many people, so many awesome people. Yeah, you never said what coin you got scammed on. I was generally curious. I've been scammed on some pretty ones. Hector got me. Asians. They got me good, man. Got me good. That's okay. We live and learn. I told my wife too, even when we started the crypto, I was like, if we lose everything and had to start all over, she was like, we would. And we live and learn. She's like, yeah, I'm on board. 5 day and ETH. It could keep going. It's a little sketch territory. We have to see something happening. We don't want to see the 21 bend any farther down. We want to keep going up. I wonder if ETH wants to touch the 2300. Touch the 200. Touch the 200. The weekly on Ethereum still looks like it's going. I can't even see it with all this other stuff. I'm actually going to change the indicators around the next couple of days so I can make it a little more clear. But I think it's right here, and I think it's completely going up still. The blue oscillator waves the blue oscillating waves. The light blue is still beating out the dark blue. So yeah, we'll remain bullish on the weekly. We will remain bullish, and we'll have a price target of, let's say, $3,000 on ETH. I don't know if we'll get there this week, but I would like to see that. Actually, I think there's a white line right here. I painted up at one point in time saying 3,400. What's the 2 week say? 2 week says we're still going up. VWAP above. Strength coming in. Good. Monthly is actually getting scary good. Like on Ethereum, like, are we making a trigger wave? This could be turned into a trigger wave with the VWAP going up, dude. That would be monster on the monthly. That could be a complete monster. You know what's really interesting too with Trump? He pushed out the tariffs till July 9th. What if, like, between July 9th and August, all of them are gone, like solved, And then like July and August become like super months. Like we just become super bullish, including the China one. I mean, what if that actually happens? And then from like August, September, we're just racing every day, 20% gains. We do that for 2 months. And the 1 hour on Ether looks like he keep going. The 21 hasn't crossed the 50. We would like to see it cross the 50. The 4 hour is kind of bearish. It's 21's coming down to the 50. But everything else says we're still looking good. Like I think this could turn around. VWAP going up. We are overbought. Strength coming in. Wow. Wow. Let's make it a trigger wave. What's Bitcoin doing on the monthly? Bitcoin on the monthly is like way high. That's crazy. That's wild. You know what? It's really kind of hard to say if this is actually a thing because that one's so close. On the monthly, it almost kind of cutting it. But that almost is getting into divergence territory. Almost. Oh no, I was trying to stretch it. Trying to stretch it, man. We want to stretch this white line. There we go. I guess technically we still could have some time. I think this might be the end of the bull run though, right here, this divergence. Like it hasn't quite played out yet. We have to get it real good. And this could still be a granted, we're on the monthly, so I'm stretching it out. Really wanted to fit my narrative, but fitting it puts it that way. It just doesn't make sense. I'm gonna cut through it. I'm gonna say like, this could be the end of the bull run at some point. We'll see with time if it ends up turning that out. Well, guys, there you go. We got the weekly close. I don't know if you guys have anything else to say. I might have to close up shop here pretty soon. I don't know if you can hear my kids. They are pretty upset. Oh yeah, I forgot. I got to help Danny out. Daniel, we were going to look at Gala. You almost forgot to remind me. Gala Games and the one. Let's take a peek at what we got going on. Ooh-wee! That was really close to a death cross, man. Are we not going to get it now with that giant good pump news? We got this pump coming up. We have this green dot right here. You could have played at a market cipher B. Strength curving up to the upwards direction, saying that we're oversold. VWAP coming in to save the day. Red slowly have disappeared. This could have been a trade. VWAP came up right here. We closed the candle in the green right here. You could have opened a long. I bet you 24 minutes and say it's high because it shot up so much. But on the 24 minute, we're about to make a golden cross. That 21's crossing the 50. That's mega bullish. What's the 1 hour doing? The 1 hour is still curving up. Money flow coming in. It's hard to say that was divergence, but you kind of get like a Jesus take the wheel, like shoulder, head, shoulder. Almost head and shoulder pattern. Bop, bop, bop. Hit it 3 times, and that was a solid play. We were talking about that, I think, yesterday, that we might see a head and shoulder on it. $12 hours getting kind of bullish, man. This could turn into an anchor wave. Strength's starting to come back up. Wow. We could be getting another trigger wave right here, my dude. You might be able to have a fun day. Granted, this is not financial advice, but maybe you could be having a fun day tomorrow. We'd all like to see that. We'd all like to see Daniel win. 2 days a little sketch. 3 days as a fat dip down. With potential more fat dipping. There's VWAP just shot below the zero line. Went negative 3.9. Say negative 4. And we might be making, we're projecting out. This could be an anchor wave at 90. This could be a trigger wave at 14 to the downside. But it's really hard to tell in the bull market, right? Are we going against the trend? 21's getting pretty flat. Weekly says we could be going up. We do have a death cross that we formed 3 weeks ago. But at what point do we flip and start trying to form a non-death cross? Cat City, Todd, get on Apex. All right, we'll see. I'm going to clean up shop anyways because I got to take care of the kiddo. I hear him screaming, check up on the wife. But, maybe I'll jump back on for another game or two. It would be great, guys. It'd be great to be able to play with a bunch of people that watch us stream. But anyways, guys, you got the weekly close. We are feeling bullish. I think that news is bullish. Maybe short. I think we're feeling bullish. I think we'll see 113 this week. Might change tomorrow. We'll see. Live data today says we're looking good. We play with the live data. But anyways, Brew Crew out. Thank you guys for joining. Please hit the like and subscribe because YouTube makes us ask, and it's the greatest algorithm on the planet. That's why we have to ask. You guys have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow, 7:30 Pacific Northwestern time. Thank you so much. Have a good night.